Hi, I'm Roxanne Carter, and this is the 2019 Block of the Month sampler. It can be done quilt as you go, and we are on block 7 now. So this is block 7, which is the 60-degree technique, 60-degree angle, and so it's just a really fun way of showing you how to cut the shapes. Okay, so here's a pattern that you will get. You will also get a template page. I am giving you this so that you can see, you can use the template, but I'm going to try and show you today how to cut these without using the template. So these are the rulers you can use. You can use a 60-degree angle rulers. This is the Clearview ruler that has a point at the top, and this is the Creative Grid or the Marty Michelle's that has the nubbed off top at the corner there. So you can use either one of those rulers for cutting your 60-degree angles, but I can show you another way of doing it. So I'm going to place these over here, and I'm going to show you that you can use just your regular rulers with a 60-degree angle line on it. Okay. This is how I like to cut my templates instead of the pieces instead of using the template. So I have this 60-degree line of my ruler on here. It says 60 right there, and it goes this way too. I place it down here on my cutting mat on the strip of fabric that I'm going to cut, and then I would cut here, and that is going to give me my 60-degree angle to start with. On the pattern sheet, it does tell you that we have to cut 4 diamond shapes, and so we read the ruler by pulling the ruler over 60 degree at the bottom, and we read over 1, 2, 3. So that's going to do it. If you keep the strip set together, you'll get 2 diamonds, and then I'll do that again here, another 60 degree here, 3 inches there, and so there are our 4 diamonds that we would need for this block. They are the same on both sides, so it doesn't matter which way they go. Then to cut the triangles that we need 4 of the triangles of accent 1. What you can do is you can take the 60-degree angle ruler and place the 60 degree at the bottom and the 1/4 of an inch line of the ruler right on that corner right there. So you want to put the 1/4 inch right there, or you can use the template. So then we would take and we would cut here, and then you would just turn your ruler upside down by putting the 60-degree angle at the bottom here and put the 1/4 inch right there. So we've got 60 degree here, 1/4 inch of the ruler there, and cut. That will also give you your 4 pieces. And just to show you, I don't know where it went. Where did the template go? Okay, so I'll lay it on here. So just to show you that this little template right here, this little way of doing it is the same as the one that's on the paper. All right, so on the main print, it's a little bit of a different shape we have here. And so I want to show you how I'm cutting this one out. Again, we can start with our 3-inch strip, and we put the 60 degree at the bottom, and we're going to cut our angle here to get started. And then we're going to read over 6 7/8. By measuring this piece right here, it comes to 6 7/8 from corner to corner. So now I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to measure over 6 7/8, and I'm going to put a little pencil mark or little chalk mark here, right there. And now I'm going to lay my 60-degree angle this way, keep my line at the bottom even, and I am going to cut here. This then, oops, get that off, should be the same shape as that, and it is. Okay, so the next pieces we're going to be cutting is the background pieces. You are going to cut 4 diamonds out of your background strip, but it's done the same way as your other colors are. But our background pieces here, this is a 2.5 by a 3-inch piece of fabric that you're cutting out there. And then you measure over 3/8 of an inch, And so I have a pencil here that I'm going to just mark a little tick mark there. And I'm going to do the same thing at 3/8 of an inch here. There we go. And now we're going to, the two pieces are wrong side together, and we're going to cut from that 3/8 to that 3/8. Whoops. Like that. Those are going to be the pieces for the ends of that middle row. Now we're going to do the same with our larger rectangles. This is 3 3/4 by 6 1/2. And this one just goes from corner to corner. Again, they are wrong side together so that you have a mirror image piece with it. And so we're going to cut those. And these are going to be for the tops of our rows. So when we're all done, we put these pieces on the corners. So I have laid out the rows. The 3 rows are identical, top and bottom. So all you really have to worry about is just making 2 of those. So I've laid out, I showed you which way to press with the arrows going this way, these arrows go this way, those arrows go that way, so that you can see how to put these pieces together. So I'm going to show you how we line them up. We're going to lay the rows out, and then we're going to take this one and we lay them across from each other so that they overlap right where you would sew at 1/4 of an inch. You want to make sure that they do overlap a little bit. You can kind of see a little triangle there. It should be equal. And then we're going to sew right across there. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. And this one here, this little guy, this little notched corner here is going to fit right into that triangle, and it's going to hang off there. And so we're going to sew that one, and we're going to sew this one. Okay? Okay. So I want to make sure that I start my needle right at this junction right here, right where that V is, right there. And so I'm going to just make sure the edges are even and get that good 1/4 inch, and then we're going to go through the corner right there. Okay? So then I can start the next one right here. So you can set your seam and then go over. Okay. Now we're going to line these 2 up the same way. This time, if that one's little tip is hanging out there, you can just line that one up to this tip and line that and have that one hang over the end there. So you can see how those 2 line up together. And now I'll sew that one, and that'll be our first row, which I have right here. So here's our first row. Then you're going to do the same thing with our second row. Our third row has the ends of these small pieces that we put on, that we cut. So here's the one here, and the mirror image goes there. And so we sew those rows together, and then just sew the rows all together. So your main print is in the middle here, and it's just a very simple, easy block to put together. Before you sew the 2 halves together, it's really nice to be able to put these pieces on. And again, they're going to hang over here, and it'll hang over at the bottom. When all the seams are taken into account, it really does lay out just fine. But you want to make sure you add these 2 pieces onto the side. One of the things about this block is that it could not calculate out to be a 16-inch block like I would have liked to. So I'm framing the block with a 1-inch strips of our accent 5 fabric, and so the short ones go on to the sides first here, and then the longer ones will go top and bottom there. So it's just to frame the block out to give us that 16-inch finished size block. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy it.